BYU ready to put a foot to it and get this game going. Great starting point. Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. A first down for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Coming out aggressively. He's got it. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. This noise, this crowd, and you can feel the jolt of energy going through the Buckeyes.
Well, everybody loves 5-yard runs, Reese, but come on, let's get real. When you're chucking the ball down the field and you got great quarterback play and wide receivers out wide that are making plays, fans go nuts, and the Horseshoe is one of the loudest places in all of college football.
From the gun, the ground game. Slipping, sliding, dancing his way down to the 32.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. A shot toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Buckeyes! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Oh, and he hit the left upright. No good. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a touchdown pass covering 28 yards. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. To the air, it's Retzlaff. He uncorks a laser deep down the middle.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. He rifles one deep to the left. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Throws to the tight end. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, he was licking his chops. As soon as he saw blitz, he knew some guy was trying to cover him man-to-man. Ain't going to happen. With his skill set, he's one of the best in the country, and that is just way too easy.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And they'll knock him down. Now on 2nd and goal. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense. What it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. The kick is good, but the penalty flag indicates we've got a roughing the kicker call coming. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're lining up to kick it off, and he ought to be able to knock this one anywhere he wants after that extra 15 yards with the roughing the kicker. Bringing it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They are pinned deep, and this crowd is letting them have it. He's going to pass. Fires left. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, that was a good play on the ball. Getting his hand up and getting the tip, getting the deflection. Ball bounces up in the air, falls to the ground. Incomplete pass.
They'll try the run. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. The Cougars come to the line in the hurry-up. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the 1st. Let's see what happens next.
Fires one high and deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end for.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Martin. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, 3rd downs. And having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
They run the reverse. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. It's a reverse. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
For an offense, to make the wide receiver reverse work, you've got to have a lot of guys doing a good sell job. Running backs have to behave as if they're actually going to keep the football, and everybody else on offense has to be yelling out, run, to try to make the defense over-pursue, but no Oscars being handed out on that.
And they can't make the connection on 4th down, and they'll turn it over. Short fields make successful offenses just what they want here. Back to throw, it's Howard. Got the quick pass. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
Ball in the air, intercepted. Got room on the return. He's at the 40, at the 20. Touchdown Cougars. What a great play by the defense, and paying it off with the interception return. Here comes the 2-point try. Looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Ohio State 13, BYU 6.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Running to daylight from inside his 25. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Shoots it to the left. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. That kind of play can really get you going, not only on defense, but the great field position for the O at the 37. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They think there's room to run to the right here. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Cougars headed quickly to the line. The give to the back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the 4th down pass falls incomplete, and they'll have to give up the football.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Ohio State 13, BYU 6.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to throw, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. No real chance on the return, but they've got it at the 34. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on 4th down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Good quickness to grab it off the deflection. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That's why everybody has to do the tip drill, DBs and receivers, and it worked out this time for the offense.
That's exactly what you want as a defender. Just get your hand on the football, let that thing bounce, and you see so many big plays made, but it was the opposite. It goes right to the wide receiver, makes the play, makes the catch. Man, that's frustrating for a defense.
Keep it on the ground. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4. BYU lines up quickly. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Fires toward the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, BYU!
BYU, number 0, with the grab and the
They'll line up to go for 2. Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. He's got it for the 2.
Gotta love the execution. Not easy to throw down here, but the quarterback made a good read, accurate throw, and they come away with 2 points.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And he's got it inside the 35. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Cougar!
BYU, number 2.
Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. They already have the lead, and they apparently want more here in the first half, going for the onside kick. They're on it, and they get it back.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead. You're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside, but I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarded.
He makes the catch. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30. This tight end just creates matchup problems no matter how you try to defend it.
How about the catch radius on him, too? So as a quarterback, you don't have to be perfect when throwing it to him. You just got to get it somewhere in his vicinity, and he can come up with the catch.
A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced the tackle for a loss.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy's had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's knocked away. They'll give up the ball, failing to convert on fourth.
Man, that is just a great job on defense there on fourth down, making a play on the ball in the air. Everybody had their eyes on the quarterback, but having great timing, swatting the ball away, and doing it cleanly. No PI. And as a result, that defense has earned a rest. They're coming off the field.
Really good concept there to get things going and use the tight end early.
Yeah, I mean, just such a great job on first down, setting up an easier second down. Understanding I don't always have to push the ball down the field, but see the tight end.
It's a fumble. The D scoops it up, and field.
And I tell you what, you want to put your defense in a bad spot, throw an interception, throw another interception, fumble the football. This defense has very little shot of being successful if the offense is going to continue to put them in horrible situation after horrible situation after horrible situation.
Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
BYU right back to the line. On the run, it's Martin. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Third down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. They'll run play action. Getting some heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. The offense set for a first down play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets it out fast. On the move at the 30. He's loose. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. They had this offense backed up. Now they have to be staggering. Can they deliver another punch on 1st and 10 from inside the 40? Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. To the air, it's Howard. Gonna take a shot. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. Guys, it's been an entertaining first half and not a lot of time left to put some more points on the board.
No, but you got this possession right here to maybe go into the half tied up. So good first half, but a great way, Jesse, to end this first half.
Yeah, you'd love to take that momentum into the second half. And listen, this offense practices 2-minute every single week for this exact situation. They'd love to be able to go generate a few more points before taking it into the locker room.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Slips away, trying to get to him. He's in a world of trouble, and down he goes. A catastrophic loss on that play.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the first half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On fourth down, looking to pass. They got him. The pressure got home, and the defense makes sure this drive comes up empty.
Yeah, and I tell you what, that takes some onions to go for it in your own territory like that. I mean, they're treating this like it's a video game. They don't even care. They don't worry about the outcome. No big deal.
The Buckeyes trying to pay off the threat on first and goal.
Let's go.
Scanning the field, it's Howard. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on first down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. And they get him down.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on third down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on third down. And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they've bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Oh, and the attempt is no good. Boy, they could have used that field goal to draw a little closer, but still an 8-point game. The BYU offense headed back out to go on the attack. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. He's looking to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this defense steps up. They're losing. They need a play. Third long, they're thinking pass. The offense actually tries to run the football. Not full. Forcing the fourth down now, trying to get the football back.
Clock still running. Almost certainly the last play of the half. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. And the Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. The Cougars with the 1st and 10. Using his legs, it's Martin. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. Back to throw, it's Retzlaff. Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Listen, a lot of time, tips and deflections are because you got great eyes and vision on the quarterback. You see him release the football, you break on it, you tip that thing, and make sure the receiver can't get it.
He'll need some juice in that arm on 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
I know this offense came out here in the 2nd half hoping to build on their 1-possession lead, but after that incompletion, I think the smart thing is to just kick it away here, let your defense play and try to get it back to you without giving up any points.
Looks as if BYU will have to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for. It'll give them great field position. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the 2nd play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
This is a 3rd and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
And that's the danger. When you've got a receiver like that, if you blitz and you're playing man coverage, he's one-on-one, and he's going to burn you if you don't get home to the quarterback.
Ball's at the 29. They'll keep the offense out there and go for it. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
Great coverage on that 4th down play. Nice job blanketing the receiver out wide. The defense, you could tell, they knew they were going for it. They had a game plan. They get the big stop and turn it over to their offense.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hill. Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
And that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you set the other team up for almost automatic points.
They'll throw it on first down. That pass is incomplete.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. And they don't want to waste this great field position here on 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And a big return after the INT.